Alright, Hero Comics here, next to Hero Comics, Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and DeviantArt, their response to comments I made against these deviant lifestyles, and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead, click off the video. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos, because there is no hate speech in my videos. Speech you hate, that's a different story. Let's continue on with people getting things wrong in these comment sections, and me trying to straighten them out with Bible verses and basic biology. Also, be ready to get vaccinated. It helps spread the spread of disease. And makes it makes basically the disease stuff. Alright, there's all kinds of rumors circulating about vaccines, but it's important to get vaccinated. That stops the spread. It helps stop the spread of disease. It also makes people less likely to get sick. Also, as you can see in the background here, where's that guy? He's over there. Yeah, this big old awesome air conditioner that is blowing the air. It's actually trying to cool the entire upstairs of my house. Okay, because it's doing that, basically, and my brother basically set it up. He wants to keep my door open, and he wants to keep it on full blast. So it's basically that's why I'm using this microphone, because the microphone is right next to my head, my mouth, so it's harder for you to hear it. Drown out my voice. Though of course it will sound definitely. My voice will not sound the best on this mic, but that's all we got. So that's what it's very important to do. This definitely work for this. See, if I use this guy, alright, he's better microphone, but you got this thing on. It'll sound really, really loud in the microphone. So yeah, it picks up all kinds of stuff there. So we're gonna use this one. See how it sounds. Let's continue on here with anything wrong. He said in France, because I was like hating on the Olympics, opening ceremony, the French Olympic ceremony. Yeah, people were saying it was like insulting the Lord's Supper, and I was thinking it was too, and it could have been, but also there were many other art styles. Other places that made art of like the Last Supper and stuff. So yeah, it's not just that, but yeah, it was nasty stuff. Basically, trans men, trans women, people in leather out, nasty skin, not skin tight, skin tight, yes, but also scantily outfits near children, just like so many nasty things going on there at once. And it's just like, yeah, look at this nasty stuff we're doing. I'm just like, not cool. So I was saying, he said in France, and the director doubled down. He said, in France, we have lots of rights to sin. I guess I put in brackets. And I wanted to convey those through the presentation. And he did, and it was insulting. Angry face emoji. And I got 2 likes for that. But someone said, snowflake, it'll be alright. My thumbs down. And I said, it will, once we speak loud enough that they can't ignore us. It's Olympics, not a pride parade. They should all resign from their posts. I like that one. And Olympics opening ceremony hate mail. 2024 opening ceremony hate mail. So it says lots of channels are getting copyright strikes for showing footage of the opening ceremony, even if it's within fair use guidelines. I thumbs up on this one. I said, oops, looks like you can't hate on whatever you want, but there will be consequences, and you can't hide from them. Erase all the videos you want, pictures you want, all of you more. Also, the video reminds you of what's happening in this video. It was a I'm trying to think of what is his name, Seamus. He makes these cute little animations, flash animated videos. It's very silly flash animated videos. Talk about different political things from a Catholic point of view, Catholic libertarian point of view, and so it's really fun. But this one he showed was that link I sent, I put in the video, I put in the comment, started off with a a man dressing up as a woman, basically shaking his groove thing in front of children at a parade, and it's just like, and then someone's like, "Hey, man," I was like, "What is this? This is nasty," Then someone else is like, "What? I don't see why what do you care so much, man? Why do you care so much?" And then the dude looked on it, who was saying, "Why do you care so much? It's no big deal." He looks on his phone and sees a woman say, a housewife say, "Oh boy, do I enjoy baking food for my husband." And he's like, "Ah, oh my God." I'm just like, yeah. That was that's basically the part where the dude in the dress is dancing with a 5 o'clock shadow, dancing in the dress, shaking his groove thing in front of children. That's what's going on in that video. And I said, I'm still going to watch stuff from the Olympics. I do not condone violence against the gay or transgender community, but that opening ceremony was offensive. According to the guy that designed it, it was meant to be angry face emoji. And this one says, why should Olympic ceremony be sexual at all? And why mock any religion? France, this is quite embarrassing. I like that one. This naked man in front of a child. I find the whole act is extremely disturbing. Shame on the French. So this is absolutely disgusting. What does all these have to do with the sports? Shame on the French for promoting this blasphemy. And so I said, boycott the Olympics for a few weeks. Boycott travel to France forever. So it says, I'm an Indian Hindu, and the Last Supper mockery is the most disgusting thing that ever happened in the history of the Olympics. Stay strong, Christians. Like, thanks. Christian emojis. I'm like, yeah, thanks. And so it says, boycott immorality. Send the message. Nobody needs the Olympics. Well, yeah, it's a nice, fun thing, but nobody needs it. True. So it says, French president should apologize in front of all the people of the world. We're ashamed for France. Thomas Joly made us very sad and angry. They mock women, they mock Christ, they mock anyone who isn't them. Now, when the backlash comes, they try to backtrack. Oh, we didn't mean for it to be offensive. Yes, you did. To someone. I like that one. So it's, I'm Muslim, and I'm going to boycott the Paris Olympics. The opening ceremony was obscene. I sure like that one. So it says, if he says that they can love who they want, why is a child at the table? Sick. Barfing emoji. I liked that one. Next. And this one says, I see. What were the naked dudes and children there for? Oh yeah, someone was like, this doesn't have to do with the this shouldn't be seen as offensive. That's nothing to do with the Last Supper. I was like, oh, I see, or something like that. And I said, what are the naked dudes and children there for? Because it was offensive, and it was meant to be. And the person said, you can make all the inappropriate assumptions you like. Inappropriate, totally inappropriate, because it's like, yeah, they're right there in front of my eyes. In front of our eyes, we all can see them. So you basically say, why are they there? That's inappropriate though, because that ruins my point. Dang it. I'm not playing into that. Truth. But you may want to take a sec to consider the material you're judging before trying to do anything else. This event is being held in a country that thought of Jerry Lewis as a master comedian. They have multiple religions practiced there and their own definition of art. Clutching your pearls in the name of Jesus when no one was defaming Jesus other than all the defaming of Jesus. Then instead of admitting your error, you double down with irrelevant question of what we saw on the video. It's so bad. Trying to basically, what is it? Gaslight doesn't work. No. There's a question. Seems like you're very confident to overlook any biblical teachings or judgment and kindness toward other humans that we like. Feel free to go off. I'm out. Peace. Emoji. Oh shoot. It's more like, yeah, no, you're totally wrong. You're totally wrong about this. What's that over there? Jumped away. And so since when does the Last Supper have 17 people? Since the Last Supper have 17 people? I'm like, yeah. But it's a pretty similar style of art. You have a bunch of people all behind the table. Basically, they're behind the table. There's a table right there, and then you have like bunches of people hanging out behind that table, all on one side, so you can paint the art. That's the Last Supper style. So that. So it's okay, so it's not a Lord's Supper, but it was still nasty. Gay and transgender looking people are dancing aggressively near children. Angry face emoji, And they won't say anything about that, but they'll say, that's not what you saw. That's not what happened. You're gonna believe me or your own eyes. Me, my own eyes, you jerks. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. Someone says, I love how a lot of the news is saying it's been a year since the constitutional right to abortion was repealed. And I say, yeah, people were fooled by marketing. So isn't a right, There, guys, really defended. 1 year after Roe v. Wade hate bill. Okay. Democrats are really defending chopping kids up. Lol. It's like, yes, many babies are being saved. I say. It's never a constitutional right. Being fooled by marketing. Yeah, they are. You never forget. That's the issue. A lot of people are trying to basically mess up. Basically try to be like, hey, let's ignore. Please just ignore what we're trying to do here. We say it's a woman's choice, but then we stop talking. Okay. So just leave it at that. Don't go into further details about what the choice is. To kill their own children. That's the choice. That's the choice. Don't go into more detail about that. Just say it's a woman's choice. It's a woman's business. So yeah, leave it alone. Let us have our business of nasty